So I'm clearing out this beetroot bed. This beetroot's been here in here a long time. It's been in here for the whole summer. And we wanted beetroot for our Christmas dinner. So yesterday I came out and I thought, okay, let's pick this beetroot here in the garden rather than on the allotment. And whoa, was I disappointed. I mean, you kind of think that beetroot's really hardy, don't you? And it can stay in the ground. However, I was very wrong. And I'm going to show you what happens when beetroot is hit by the frost and then ice, I suppose. We didn't have any snow here in Lincolnshire, or not where we are, but we did have quite a lot of frost, and it got down to about -8, I would say, at night time. This is what happens to beetroot. So I've put a few here actually. I want to show you. Look, can you see? Look how squashy that is. And when I squash it, look what happens. It's all spongy, and they kind of look as though, there, if I show you that, see? They look like they're bleeding. And that's not really going to cook very well, that beetroot. So I'm going to clear this bed completely. This raised bed does have a tendency to get a little bit of couch grass in it, but because it is a raised bed, it's really easy to pull out. So this is going. I was very lucky that I've got a variety on the allotment that is called Detroit, and that was amazing because the frost didn't get that at all. It got everything else except that variety. So thank goodness that we had some beetroot for our Christmas dinner, and we've got, I grew quite a lot of those, so we've got quite a few left. Today's roots day on the moon phase calendar, and that's why I've come out to check all my roots. And I want you to see my garlic and see what I'm going to do next with my garlic. And also the garlic. Remember the garlic that I put in modules in the greenhouse? I want to show you those as well. So as you can see, this raised bed here, we have Mersley Wight garlic in here, and it's all up. Every single one of them is up. That's a piece of grass. But I'm just looking here, and yes, now they're all up. Even these little kind of diddy ones here, every single one of them is up. And I've got quite a few in this bed. The bed next to me, I'll show you as well. That is Solent Wight. That is a little bit slower than this bed, but it doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do now with this garlic is I'm going to cover it. I'm going to put a mesh over the top for a cover, and that is because of allium leaf miner. I really don't want my any alliums to get this allium leaf miner. I haven't had any of it here at home, but I have had it on the allotment, and only just on the allotment, and a lot of other people have had it on the allotment. So I'm going to be really careful, and I'm going to cover these now with mesh, and like a cloche thing with mesh. And that is those done. The other garlic that's in the greenhouse, I will show you. So you can see here that this top greenery is like the second part of garlic growing. Underneath, the roots are nice and strong, and then this all comes up. And I'm very happy with this actually, because this time last year when I had it in the allotment over the road, it was a little bit hit and miss, I must say, because we didn't plant in very good soil, and I didn't have this growth, that's for sure. But I also planted a little bit later, and Mr. N planted these for me while I was in Australia in October. So they're looking great. I'm really happy. I'll give you a little bit more of a shot closer, and then we're going into the greenhouse. So this is the Mersley Wight. Look how beautiful these are. Really good. Lovely. Full bed of those. Mersley Wight's a really good variety for storing, and it is actually very delicious as well. But I actually think for flavour, the better one is the Solent Wight, and that is the bed behind me, which I'm just going to go backwards here and show you. As you can see, we've got a few nice ones coming here. And if I remember rightly, I think Mr. N said that there was a row that was free at the backs because nothing's come up there. These ones are all coming up. I mean, they're all coming up. You can even see the little ones there. So they're all coming up. I'm happy with that. It's good. And then I've just got this little bit at the back, which I will probably put some of my other ones in that I've got in the greenhouse. There's that bed over there that I pulled the beetroot out, and I'm just putting some mesh on top because of the cats. So there we are. Great. I should have really chosen a job to do in here today because it's absolutely beautiful. It's really windy outside today, and you know how much I love the wind. So in the greenhouse, here I am, and it's going up all the time. It's nearly 8 degrees in the greenhouse. And of course, this greenhouse, there's not one little ounce of space for wind to get in, except over the eaves. So it is absolutely beautiful in here again. So yes, so the garlic that I planted on, I'm just looking at the date, the 8th of December, which was 3 weeks ago, wasn't it? Is doing really well. I didn't water it initially. I left them just to kind of settle in this cold atmosphere. Then we had all this massive cold, and it even got below 0 in this greenhouse. And then I gave them a water, and they're doing really well. So this is the Provence Wight. This is our favorite garlic. This is the one that we grew last year and the year before, and it makes these beautiful bulbs. They are white when you pull them out, and then when you take off the skins, and let them dry a bit, they go purple. They're absolutely, and they're huge, these cloves as well. So I just want to show you what's going on. As I said, here we are. There's the garlic. Garlic always starts from the bottom. Now put your magnifying glasses on. Look, there we are. Got some more coming. There's another one, another root coming there, and they're doing really well. The elephant garlic is always going to be slow, so don't worry too much about that. The other one that's doing really well, and I expect it to because it's called extra early white. This is a really good one. This again, you get a purple bulb, is doing really well. There's a lot, and actually, funnily enough, I'm looking for roots coming through the bottom. There's not a great deal happening down there, but look what's going on top. They're growing. Really good variety. And it is extra early. It ripens really early. So that's a great one if you want something early. And also, it's a good one to put in the spring as well. So garlic, you can still be planting your garlic. I would be putting them this time of year. I would be putting them definitely in modules like this because I think it's preferable. Like I said, if you're going to start putting them in the ground, you never know what's going to happen with the weather. And so it's just, at least you know that stuff is going to grow. So it's really, really easy. You just put in the soil and you put in your cloves, and they get off to a great start. I mean, traditionally, they used to say that you started your garlic on the shortest day, which was the 21st of December. And so, you know, you've got lots of time to plant garlic. I mean, you can even plant garlic in the spring if you want to. You're just not going to get as big a bulbs as you would if you planted them, if you overwinter them. And also they need that really cold period for the bulbs to split into cloves. So that's the garlic. It's doing fantastically well. The only thing is I'm now thinking to myself, where on earth am I going to put it? But I just have cleared a bed, haven't I? Oh dear. I hope your garlic is going well, everybody. And if you can, try and put something over the top because you really don't want allium leaf miner to get on it, which is what I'm going to do now. So I'll see you later.